Hello, everyone. My name is Rick Mullen, and I am the principal at Bonner Springs High School. I know there is a lot of stress, anxiety, and uncertainty about how the start of the school year will look at Bonner Springs High School and in USD 204. My goal today is to give you our latest up-to-date plan to let you know what the two different options, the remote model and the on-site hybrid model, would look like. We are working within the guidelines of the Wyandotte County Health Department, and the plan I'm getting ready to share with you is pending their approval, along with the approval of our local Board of Education. I know many of you have already gone on to Skyward and selected your option for the year. Thank you for doing that. When we get to the end of this video, if you change your mind based on the information you're provided, you can certainly call the high school or email Mr. Lewis and let him know or let us know that your decision has changed. We just ask that you do that by next Tuesday, August the 18th, because that's when we're going to start scheduling students. When we talk about building a schedule, we kept the number one priority being the health and safety of all of our students and staff members in mind. We brought our leadership team in last week, which comprises of several different teachers from different departments, along with our counselors and our administrative team, to try to build the best possible schedule within the restrictions and guidelines of the Wyandotte County Health Department, but that would also best meet the needs of our students. I can assure you that regardless of the adversity that we are facing this year, our students will be my top priority, and we will do whatever we can to make this a meaningful experience for you and to meet your educational needs along with your social and emotional needs. To begin with, I would like to share with you the process that we've gone through to arrive at our current schedule. The first thing we did as a leadership team was we looked at the Wyandotte County Health Department guidelines. And you can see some of those restrictions and limitations on our screen. In general, what needs to happen at the high school level is that students will be learning online unless we can meet the following criteria. We cohort students at every grade level, and we silo them into a small number of groups so that they're working with one teacher or one set of teachers. In addition, students must rotate days physically while present at school. You can also see some of the other guidelines that are in place. With that in mind, I wanted to share with you the safety precautions that we currently have for the 2020-2021 school year. As students enter the building, they will have their temperature taken. In fact, all faculty, staff, students, anyone who enters Bonner Springs High School will have a temperature check. If your son or daughter is a bus rider, they will have their temperature checked prior to getting on the bus. All students, staff, and visitors are required to wear a mask while they're at the high school. Some of our teachers will be wearing shields as an extra layer of protection. However, they will still be wearing masks. The shield does not replace the mask. We have reduced class sizes in pods, and I want you to understand when we talk about pods, as we talk about the schedule down the road, we're going to refer to that as homeroom. We're creating one-way hallways, and our custodial services are working on a deep cleaning schedule and ways to make sure we keep the building sanitized throughout the day. In addition, the district has purchased hand sanitizing stations that will be located throughout the building. I share all this with you because I want you to know that safety and well-being of all faculty, staff, and students is our top priority. So when we talk about the schedule and we talk about arriving at the schedule, the first thing that I did was send a survey to our entire faculty and staff to get input on how a schedule could look and what should we do to meet the needs of kids. Then our leadership team reviewed that data, and based on the information from the Wyandotte County Health Department and the current situation we're in with the coronavirus, we developed goals for the school year. And here are our goals. Number one, we're going to create a safe environment. We're also going to focus on building relationships with students. We're going to focus on building relationships amongst our faculty and staff because we know that if we can work together, it will benefit your kids. We're going to continue to be positive role models for our students. We will have support structures in place so that students know that they are supported during this situation. Our goal is to maintain community. We've worked really hard over the last several years to build a dynamic culture that's student-centered at Bonner Springs High School, and we do not want to lose that. We're going to think outside the box. School will not look the same as it did during fourth quarter, nor will it look the same as it did during a traditional school year. We're going to do whatever we can to meet the needs of your students. We're going to be flexible, and as before mentioned, we will work together as a team. We're going to meet your sons and daughters where they're at. We understand that everybody's at a different place. Not only their academic needs, but their social and emotional needs. And finally, as a faculty and staff, we're committed to working together because we know that we can feed off of each other's strengths, and whatever shortcomings we have, we can overcome those by working together and creating the best possible situation for our kids. Again, these are not my goals. These are the goals that our team of teachers, counselors, and principals came up with during our leadership team meeting. And I think the one thing that you can see from all of this, we're committed to our students. And regardless of this situation, we're going to do the best we can so that you can have a good experience. Now, let's talk about the schedule. Each student has the opportunity to choose between the remote learning option and the on-site hybrid option. In general, here is the difference between the two models. Again, some of you have already selected, and that's fine. We will stick with your selection unless you tell us differently later. If you have not selected, please use this model or this guide to determine what's best for you. In remote learning, this is for the entire semester. You're making a commitment that you're going to be working with one teacher from Bonner Springs High School. During that time, you must log 6 hours per day. We anticipate using Edgenuity, which is an independent learning platform for this option. Teachers will have a daily check-in with each student, and communication between the school and the student, parent, guardian are going to be very important. Time that students work will be flexible, however, so you don't have to necessarily work during the traditional school day hours. So if you have a job or something of that nature where you want to work during the day and do some of your classwork at night, that's perfectly acceptable in this model. You can enroll in dual credit courses through KCKCC in this model, and that would count as part of the 6 hours logged. In the remote learning option, 6 hours does not mean 6 hours of screen time. We're going to provide some supplemental learning activities for you, such as ACT prep, social and emotional support, independent reading opportunities for you to be able to log some of that time. Should athletics and activities be in season, you are eligible to participate in athletics and activities through the remote learning option. When we talk about the on-site hybrid model, we talked about this a little bit earlier, but under the current health order, the hybrid model combines on-site online learning at 50% building capacity. As part of the current order, the on-site learning would be in a pod, which means students are limited to work with one group of students and in one classroom. So there are no passing periods. You won't be traveling from class to class to start the school year. You will be assigned to a home room, and you will be expected to work with our teachers during the school day from 7:40 to 2:55 while completing online work. You will be socially distanced with a homeroom teacher, and we've done the measurements. Most classrooms can accommodate approximately 12 students, and you will attend school on either Monday and Wednesday or Tuesday and Thursday from 7:40 until 11:10. You will be working with your specific assigned teachers on your schedule for each of your classes. So in other words, whoever you have on your schedule, those are the teachers that you will be working with in this model. Most of the work will be online. In fact, nearly all of the work will be online. Some of it you'll be able to complete in person with your homeroom teacher. Dual credit courses will be part of the student schedule as well and work as the same as the other classes on your schedule. So some of you may be asking, what's the main difference between the two models? Well, the on-site and hybrid model could change as the COVID numbers and cases change. The Wyandotte County Health Department could increase or decrease the limitations and restrictions. So as previously mentioned, we are at the mercy of the Wyandotte County Health Department. As a staff, I can promise you, whether you choose remote or on-site hybrid, we're going to do whatever we can to make this semester as meaningful as possible. For those of you who choose the on-site hybrid model, here's the scheduling process that we are going to use. Each student will be assigned on the orange team, which means you're on-site Monday and Wednesday, and working from home on Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, or you're assigned the black team, which means you're on-site Tuesday and Thursday, and working from home on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. You will attend school on your assigned days from 7:40 until 11:10, and you'll be working with one group of students and in one classroom. In general, half of all freshmen, sophomores, juniors, and seniors will be on the orange team, and the other half will be on the black team. Students will be socially distanced in their home rooms, which means chairs will be 6 feet apart and masks will be worn. In this situation, each teacher will be assigned a group of students to monitor through a homeroom format, and the teacher will also be assigned either the orange team, which means they're on site with students on Monday and Wednesday, or the black team, which means they're on site Tuesday and Thursday. The homeroom teacher that you have will also be one of the regular teachers on your class schedule. Once again, we're going to start processing that information next Tuesday, dividing students into black and orange teams. Here's how homeroom will be structured. We're going to have student check-ins, academic support, technology support, student work time, and we're going to have brave time during your homeroom. We're going to provide social and emotional support, different activities to go along with that. We're going to help you develop your individual plan of study. In other words, what's year 13, 14, and beyond going to look like for you? And then we're going to break it into smaller steps and figure out how to help you be successful. We're going to do some ACT prep. We're going to focus on time management and study skills. Breakfast will be delivered to your homerooms each day that you're here, and it's free for all students. Lunch is going to be grab and go, which means that you're going to order lunch during your homeroom through a Google form. We will deliver those lunches to your room prior to your dismissal, and then you'll take the lunch as you exit the building. We're also trying to work out a plan on what breakfast and lunch will look like on the days that you're working from home. As far as Friday is concerned, all Friday learning will take place online. Our teachers will have office hours, and they will have the flexibility to be able to check in with you as individuals, in small groups, and as an entire class. Students will be provided the Friday schedule, and I'm going to share that with you momentarily. But just so you understand, the goal for Fridays is for our teachers to be able to collaborate and work together, because what we're asking our teachers to do is unprecedented. We are asking them to think outside the box and deliver instruction in a whole new, meaningful way. We want them to create projects that are relevant to you. We want them to provide opportunities for you to be able to collaborate with classmates, engage in learning in an online platform, and they're going to need some time to do that. So Fridays, they will be planning, collaborating, and building lesson plans for the following week. They may also require specific check-in times for their classes on Friday. So that's going to be flexible from the teacher perspective. So let's look at the schedule. Monday and Tuesday is going to be an odd block schedule. Wednesday and Thursday is going to be an even block with seminar, and Friday is a 7-period day. So on Monday and Tuesday, hours 1, 3, 5, and 7 will meet. On Wednesdays and Thursdays, hours 2, 4, 6, and seminar will meet. And then on Friday, it will be a 7-period day. Now I'm going to go over the orange and black team schedules and understand that the orange and black teams are the same. The only difference is the days that students are in session. So I will explain the orange team schedule to you and what that format looks like. So we have the homeroom format, and then in the afternoon, we have what we're going to call afternoon focus. Remember, this schedule was developed with input from our teachers, our staff, and our leadership team was able to put all that information together along with the Wyandotte County Health Department order to create this. Is this schedule going to be perfect? No. But what we're going to do is try to provide the best opportunity possible under the circumstances that we face. So in homeroom, you're going to report, if you're on the orange team, you'll come in on Monday and Wednesday from 7:40 until 11:10. You will work from home on Tuesday and Thursday and Friday. When you arrive to your homeroom at 7:40, you're going to check in with your teacher. We'll take care of any school business that we need to take care of. Teachers will make sure that you are in a good place to learn, that you have all the resources that you need, that your technology works. Our teachers in a homeroom format are serving as a mentor for you. They're not going to be content experts in every area, but they're going to be able to provide the support you need to be successful in this format. And then you can see on the schedule that we have specific times that you're going to check in with each of your classes. And I'm not going to go through all of those. I will just use the Monday example. You will check in with first hour at 8 o'clock, third hour at 8:45, fifth hour at 9:30, seventh hour at 10:15, and then you'll check out. Remember, Tuesday schedule is the same because you're working from home. On Wednesday, it's an even block, so hours 2, 4, and 6 will meet, and then we're going to have Brave Time incorporated into the Wednesday schedule for the Orange team. During Brave Time, that's when we're going to do those individual plans of study that we talked about. We're going to do some character education activities. We're going to work on social emotional factors. We're going to have ACT prep. We're going to give you additional time to work independently, things of that nature. And then from 11:10 to 12:30, that's time for you to go home for lunch. You'll have independent work time, and our teachers will have time to plan. Then in the afternoon, each day, you have different classes that you will check in with, and you can see that on the schedule. So on Monday, all students, this is orange and black team, will check into their first hour at 12:30. The purpose of this is for our teachers to be able to check to make sure you understand what's going on, to be able to provide large group instruction, to be able to assign projects, check your progress, all of those types of things. It's also a time for them to build the culture of their classrooms. So 12:30 to 1:30 on Mondays is first hour block. 1:30 to 2:30 will be the third hour block. And then until 2:55, it's independent work time. And you can see on Tuesday, 5th and 7th hour will work because remember, Monday and Tuesday are odd blocks. On Wednesday and Thursday, it's even blocks. So on Wednesday at 12:30, you'll check into second hour. And at 1:30, you'll check into fourth hour. On Thursday, you will check into your sixth hour at 12:30. And then 1:30 is seminar. This is an opportunity for us to have virtual club meetings, for you to be able to get additional support from teachers, for you to be able to work independently, so on and so forth. As before mentioned, the black schedule is the exact same as the orange set schedule. The only difference is those students will be in person on site on Tuesday and Thursday and working from home on that Monday and Wednesday. So hopefully that will give you a little bit of information as you decide which direction you're going to go. We will also have a Friday schedule that we publish. These are recommended times for you to check in with each class. There will also be some required times that you check in based on our teachers. Our teachers have some flexibility on Fridays, as before mentioned, but this is some structure to help you stay on track. So these are the recommended times you check in, but also teachers may say on Friday that you absolutely need to check in with your fifth hour at 12 o'clock. And so there'll be some different strategies that we incorporate into the Friday schedule. As before mentioned, I know there is a lot of stress and anxiety, and we're going to do whatever we can to help you be successful under the current circumstances. We are at the call of the Wyandotte County Health Department, and as their guidance changes, we will be flexible. The one thing I can promise you is that our faculty and staff is committed to making this the best experience possible under these circumstances. Thank you for listening to the presentation today. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to email me, call the school, or if you need support enrolling in Skyward, please contact Mr. Lewis. Thank you. And as always, it's a great day to be brave.